let's talk about this. Right, okay. So, I am not a person who gets into content creator PvP, right? It's not my thing. I've been doing YouTube since 2012. My channel's older than even probably the most oldest channels in the gacha space, right? But a couple of months ago now, however long it was, I made a video that, like, people were not a fan of, right? And as I say, in the entirety of my channel, I've made 3 videos where I've spoke about other content creators, right? And that was Saint Tontas, that was Kazahana, and that was Foxhole. And I've got no beef with all 3 of these content creators. I've actually gone on to respect Foxhole, actually. I think the dude's actually a good dude. And as I say, I've got no personal issues with Saint Tontas and Kazahana. And I think I was fair in the videos that I made on those 3 content creators, right? But I made a video giving my opinions, and that's all there were. They were just my opinions on 3.0 and the whole bike and what that means for game design in Wuthering Waves, right? And people didn't like that. I got chain reacted to on. You know, you had Captain Cabinet, Saint Tontas, Legions Gaming. You had some random dudes I'd never heard of, Blazion. All these people shitting on me for having an opinion on a video game, which I'm cool with, right? I'm cool. I'm totally cool with people insulting me, countering my opinions. That's what it's about, right? When you make content on the internet, you're going to expect pushback and even insults, right? And I'm cool with that. I'm big enough and ugly enough and old enough to take getting insulted on the internet. But I just think it's quite ironic because there was one creator who was actually quite vehement in his pushback on my video. And don't get me wrong, that first video was trash. It was badly made, it was rushed, it was badly framed, and I just really didn't express myself well, right? And even on the subsequent videos, well, I feel I did a better job of expressing myself. You can still disagree. You can even think I'm a moron, right? You can even think I'm a moron. And I was accused of rage baiting, doing it for views, which if I'd have been doing it for views, I probably would have, like, did reactions and responses to everybody's reactions, but I just didn't care. It didn't bother me because 1, it was a bad video, and 2, I don't really care. But it's just quite funny because Legions was one of the people who was kind of leading the charge. He said he didn't want to shit on me, but he was in Captain Cabinet's chat saying, I can't wait to shit on this dude later, right? I can't wait to shit on this dude later and drag him in a video. And recently, he's been the victim of folding like a cheap lawn chair, basically. This dude got one guy to the point where he went after the entire Wira community with a post on Twitter, right? And this post on Twitter was this post here. Now, bearing in mind, the dude got one guide, okay? I've got no love lost with the Wira community, but this dude got one guide to the point where he made this post. I'm disappointed in the Wira community. The number of people that came into my stream while I was playing Enfield that just came in to randomly say shit like, this game is trash. Wira is way better than this garbage. You're becoming just as bad as the Genshin community. Also, what is the point in that? Why would you go to someone's stream who clearly is enjoying the game just to randomly spout some nonsense, talking shit about the game? Spoiler alert, I don't give a fuck if you like it or not, and I don't want to hear it. And then he kind of got people reacting to it, saying, proof? Don't believe you? I don't know if that was actually said. I've gone through your VOD. Ain't nobody saying that shit in your video. And this here is his proof of what was going on, right? So let's just quickly watch this. Shout out to VXV for actually having this, right? Because I knew this video was going to get deleted, because he did delete it. So let's just check this out here.
Shit is also really good too. All right, Dragon. I know you're somebody that probably watches my content because I do WUA, but I'm going to ban you for that.
What did he say?
You're playing a game, having fun. I don't need your negativity. I'm going to time you out for a day.
Fair enough.
Which is fair, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Christ. When the fuck did it like come to pass where people just go into someone's chat to someone who's enjoying something to be like, this sucks?
I know.
It's been happening for the longest time, but you know.
Fuck if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys not understand that?
Okay,
Jesus
so
Christ.
we don't have
It's
to
like
watch
it's
the
all good,
entirety of
like-
this. This was like a 1 minute and 40-second video. That was the evidence of the Wuthering Waves community attacking him, right? Now, don't get me wrong. As I say, there's no love lost between me and the Wira community. Bro got one guide and turned aggro on the entire community, right? And then folded to the point of making a video like this to the Wooer community. I'm sorry, no ads. You know, this was a guy that was part of like a chain reaction of thousands of people coming after me. And granted, I've got no issue with that. You might not even like my takes. That's fair enough, right? But it's so funny that he folded this quick over saying something that doesn't look like it was true. Said stuff about the Wooer community. Just say it with chest. You know, just say it with chest. And the funny thing is, if you look at this here, this is a brilliant thing to just show a little bit of hypocrisy for me, right? I'll show a couple of other posts as well, but I just want to show you this here, right? Listen to this.
Another content creator's drama, because I never do drama on my channel. Barely.
Never do drama on my channel.
Ever. There's maybe one video or two that I've ever done, and that's either calling someone out for spreading lies about me or a game, or, you know, there had to be a big deal.
Right? Dude spent 38 minutes, 44 minutes shitting on me because apparently I was spreading misinfo. Bro, I had an opinion. This was my feelings on a video game. Wasn't trying to tell you what the deal was, just how I felt about a game. Bro spent 44 minutes, but he doesn't do drama. Right? He did that. And listen to this a second here.
Hey, man, I don't think you should have said that. It immediately went from that, like what I said, to calling me names, calling me slurs, calling me bald, ugly, calling me to four-star tech on, bro.
Right, he's talking about there that I said something and people went to instantly calling me names and calling me slurs.
Brother, I took a look at this guy's channel. He's a Arknight's Enfield dick sucker.
Okay, right. Let me just
Gotta be one of the dumbest people I've ever heard in my life.
Doing here is kind of like a perfect example of them not just doing that, but going a step forward.
This is the perfect example of you being a retard. What?
Oh, bro, that was being mean. It was calling me names. It was calling me slurs, right? And then he's out here talking about, oh man, I only said a thing, and then people went straight to calling me names. Got in my feels. Like I say, this dude folded so easy over like a couple of people calling him out on bullshit, and then talking about people calling him names. Like, there's probably about 20 times in his video, right, of him just calling me dumb and a retard, and are all British people. I think this might be.
There's no way that there's people that are this stupid. Are all you British people this dumb? There's no way that the dude.
But they were calling me names. They were calling me slurs. Let me just show you something here as well, which is brilliant. Dude was going on about how the Wooer community came to his channel to talk shit because he was playing Enfield, right? Because he was playing Enfield. Look at this post here, which I find quite funny. Lol, Hoyo fans literally losing their minds over Sevi playing Wooer and really enjoying the game. Hoyo players really are something else, man. Laugh my arse off. Imagine playing other games. I've never had a Wooer fan in or out of my community get mad at me playing other games. Irony, right? To the point where dude had to say, I'm sorry to the Wooer community. Irony. The Wooer community would never do that. Bro got one guide and went straight on to attacking the Wooer community. Let me just find another thing here as well, because I think it's kind of funny in this video. This for me is a funny one. Is it this one?
Community as a whole, because the Gacha tribalism is just getting, man, it's insufferable,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know.
The Gacha tribalism. It's insufferable, guys. It really is insufferable. Where is the Gacha tribalism coming from, guys? Like, I've got no idea. You know, where is the Gacha tribalism coming from? I can't imagine. You know, stressing about the Gacha tribalism. It made me get angry. I said some things I didn't mean, but it's because of all this Gacha tribalism, guys. Where's it coming from?
Okay, hey, you know what? Claire Obscure deserved that, but we know how these games work for Gacha games. We know how those awards work. Ah, fuck you, Genshin! Fuck you, Genshin Impact!
I don't know where it's coming from. You know, all this Gacha tribalism.
Fuck you, Genshin, and your bots. Fuck you.
I don't get it, you know. This gacha tribalism, man. I'm just here trying to talk about video games. I just want to have fun. Right? You know? And it's kind of funny as well. I can't stop playing Ark Knights Enfield, grinding this like crazy while waiting for Woo 3.1 live stream. Get in here. I played Ark Knights Enfield for 13 hours on stream and then played for another 2 hours off stream. This shit like cracktorio, if you will. I deadass ordered food last night and forgot about it until chat reminded me, and it was still sitting outside for 3 hours. Alright?
Dick sucker. Alright? He's a glazer of Ark Knights Enfield. As someone who's played every beta for over 40 hours, except for the last one, because I'm just over it. I'm going to play the game when it comes out literally a month. I don't need to play another beta. The exploration in that game is boring as fuck. There's no vehicles. There's no utilities besides putting things down, which is tedious, by the way.
Fractorio, if you will, you know? Because I dared to have an opinion on Wuthering Waves. He was shitting on the game. Now he's playing the game. Games like Fractorio, if you will. I don't ever really do this stuff right. But I just found it hilarious how a dude who was so insulting towards me because I dared have an opinion, which he saw as a misinformation when none of it was. It was just my feelings on a game. Starts talking about people saying mean things to him. Twitter, it was Twitter's fault.
Knight's launch, or during the Ark Knight's launch, I made a post after streaming for over 14 hours and being up for over 24 hours, and then even after finishing that stream, I still had some editing to do in the morning and some anime.
Oh, you poor baby. 14 hours. It's not his fault. It's Twitter. He was tired. He was tired. He got cranky.
I literally was probably 30 plus hours without sleeping, and I don't know why.
That's why he crashed out on people.
But lately, Twitter has just been so toxic with like the things I've been seeing, and I think it's just been like getting to me.
Just like have some responsibility, man. You said some shit. People called you out because it looks like you got one guide, and now you start the video off by saying I was tired. Twitter made me mad. I'm upset about it. This is why I said the things I said. Right? This dude's 34. Right? This is a grown ass man, and I just want to show this tweet here because dude's deleting stuff left, right, and center. Right? Listen, I said some shit. I said it in my chest. It's my opinion. It was badly worded. It was badly put across. And I stand by every single thing I said. And I got trashed in 3 different continents, 5 different time zones. And admittedly, my video was poor. I ain't taking it back because I'm not a little bitch, right? But this makes me laugh, right? I laugh so hard at these raging babies behind anime character profile pictures. Like, that's a problem. You play anime games. They're saying shit to me like 44-year-old man, barely affording rent doing YouTube. I'm 34, not 40. I ain't even halfway there yet. Well, you was halfway there 14 years ago, to be fair, so you are. Bro, I'm with ya. We're old, okay? It's okay. It's alright. Everybody will get there at some point. Well, hopefully. I own a business and 2 properties, and I'm really well off. This is cringe. You know when you start flexing on people about your wealth because people have said mean things about you on the internet? It's really cringe, man. And apparently, I don't know how true this is, people have told me that he had a business left to him, which is even more cringe if you're using that to flex on people. I'm out here S6ing characters in gacha games. How are you gonna call me poor? Okay, you're incredibly silly with your cash, I guess. All right, I make more on content creation than most people make working real jobs, and I do it as a side hustle. Literally making close to 10k a month, not even counting sponsors. Is that true? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't make big money on YouTube, right? Because I don't get many views, but I don't know if dude's making 10k a month. I don't know. You know, averaging somewhere between 5 to 10k views. The odd one's doing more. Less than 1,000 views here. I don't know if I necessarily believe that one. But hey, you know, I ain't going to pocket watch the dude, you know. Make that bag, king. I hope you make the money. Got no hate towards that, right? People think that YouTube views is the only thing that I make money on. My Patreon alone is making 5k a month, and my earnings from TikTok is close to that as well. Now, if you factor in sponsors and creator programs for various games, it's way more. Meanwhile, the people that say this shit to me are probably living in their bum's basement looking like a cave troll with no job. I really have to stop responding to these retards. I think you do. You know, when you're making comments like this is cringe. Like, this is like, what colour's your Bugatti? What colour's your Bugatti? You can't talk to me. What colour's your Bugatti? Like, it's kind of fucking cringe, man. Like, as a 34-year-old man, you shouldn't be out here talking about, well, I got I got money. Say what you like. You don't like my opinions? I've got money, bro. It's just, again, I got dragged hard and I didn't even mind it. And I don't even mind that he dragged me, right? Honestly, it's the fact that he's folded like a cheap deck chair, melted like a chocolate fire guard, right? Dude got one guide. AOE taunted the entire Wooer community, right? Which he says it was my community, not the Wooer community in his apology video. But his community, which he even says himself, mainly come to watch him play Wuthering Waves. I've got no love lost with the Wooer community. But at least when I was getting attacked by the Wooer community, I was like, yeah, look at these guys. There was thousands of them though, right? Getting reacted to, chain reacted to, as I said. Across 3 continents and 5 time zones. This bro got one guide, got angry, and then when people called him out about getting angry, deleted all his shit, and then made an apology video. I just stand by what you said, bro, man. You know, you're the 34-year-old man who's making all this money. Why'd you care? Why'd you care? I just think, like, look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm being a bit petty here. I found it quite funny. I found it quite funny. I did. I found it quite funny that somebody who had all this chest call me a dick sucker system, right? You know, and
Took a look at this guy's channel.
call me a
He's
retard.
a Arknight's Enfield dick sucker.
right? You know, I'm a dick sucker. I'm a retard.
This is the perfect example of you being a retard.
I'm a retard. Like, bro was like, man, people was calling me names.
Like, hey man, I don't think you should have said that. It immediately went from that, like what I said, to calling me names, calling me slurs, calling me bald, ugly,
You know?
calling me to.
It's kind of like what you did. You went from, hey man, I don't think you should be saying that, to straight into, you're a fucking retard. Are all British people this dumb? You're a dick sucker. It's like, you know? It's kind of like you do exactly the same thing and then you bend when you get called out for the shit that you've said. Like, one thing people can say about me, right, I might have bad opinions, but I stand by my opinions. You know what I mean? I said what I said about Wuthering Waves, and I stand by, right? And I like Wuthering Waves, and I mean Enfield, and I am a glazer, and I like Wuthering Waves, and I am a bit of a glazer because I enjoy the content. But listen, I think if you're going to be out here insulting people and calling them names, you can't turn around and say, "Oh man, people were calling me names, they were calling me bald, they were calling me slurs." Like, when you're out here calling me a retard, dick sucker, are all British people this dumb? You know, just saying. All I'd say is, maybe do better. If you're going to be out here in these PvP streets, antagonising, taunting, talking about tribalism, while involving yourself heavily in tribalism. As I say, let me just quickly refer back to that particular video. You know, when it talks about tribalism, I think it's worth just bringing it up again. You know, doesn't like tribalism.
We know how those awards work. Ah, fuck you, Genshin. Fuck you, Genshin.
Doesn't like tribalism. Hoyo fans literally losing their minds over Sevi playing Wooer. Accuses Hoyo fans of something Wooer fans do all the time. Doesn't like tribalism though. So, yeah, all I'd say, man, is I think if you're going to be this sort of content creator, right, get angry, whether it's on your YouTube channel, whether it's on Twitch, however it is. If you're going to react to people and shit on them, do it. I encourage people to react to me and shit on me. Not because I'm trying to rage bait, because I think that's how it should be. I react to content a lot, and if you react to me and you think I'm a fucking moron, I think it's a bit rich though, if you do that, and then you come back and start crying about how everybody was being mean to me. They was calling me names. I'll put a video out to the Wooer community. I'm sorry, no ads. I remember in my comment section, I was getting loads of comments saying, wait till the video comes out where he apologises to the Wooer community, or he accuses of them of attacking him. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, guys. Yeah, I think if you're going to be a hypocrite, at least do it with a bit of chest, maybe. At least do it with a bit of chest. But anyway, moving on.